Guys, I am excited to finally talk to you about the Dead Space Remake review. Where do I even begin? Let me take you back to how I got into Dead Space. So, I remember Dead Space came out in around 2008 is when it came out, and I remember when I first played it, I was terrified of the game. I couldn't get past any section of the game unless somebody was physically sitting in the room with me while I played it. It scared the crap out of me. I believe I was, 12 when it came out? I think I was 12 when it came out. And ever since then, I was terrified of the game. So as the time went on, I was playing the game, watching the movies, reading the books, and I just fell in love with this franchise. It is my favorite horror game franchise out of every single one, more than Resident Evil, anything. So when I saw that the remake was coming out, I was super excited. Oh my god! Oh, it's coming out in like 2 months! Oh my god! Because this is the one franchise that I truly got behind. Every year I was looking to see, okay, is there Dead Space information? Is there going to be a Dead Space 4? Are they going to remaster it? And there was nothing. There was nothing that was heard. So finally when the remake comes out, I was ecstatic to play it. Now that I got my hands on it, I finished the remake. Let us talk about what I think of this remake. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it the best remake out there? Let's go into it. To begin with this remake, I have to say this. When I first put out the video about my impressions on it, I said that I don't think they changed enough to warrant the $70 price tag. Now that I finished the game and I see the things that they've changed, the things that they've added, some things that they took away, thank God they took away that stupid turret section in the first one.
I heard a lot of guys on the console version of Dead Space have problems with this asteroids, shoot down the asteroids. Don't fire both guns at once all the time because you'll overheat all the time.
God, that drove me crazy. I hated that. They added so much stuff. Like, the lore is just so much better now. And the first game, some people say it's a masterpiece. Some people say it's the perfect horror game. It is fantastic, the first one, but this is a remake. This is not a remaster. This is a remake, which means that we're going to get a sequel, and we're most likely going to get a third one if they redo Dead Space properly. So far, this started out on the right track. What do I love about the game? Now, one thing that I love about the game, for starters, is the voice acting.
I lost your rig signal, like Hammond's.
I'm good. I got the SOS beacon. Nicole helped me out.
Nicole's there.
We got separated. She'll find her way back.
She's a trooper, huh?
I'm heading back to the mining control room. I'll launch the beacon. You watch out for Nicole.
Assuming the system doesn't fizzle out again. Stay sharp.
The voice acting, the way that lines are delivered, the heartfelt moments, this game truly has a lot of that, and it is just so much better this time around. There's some things in the original that they did a little bit better, like in particular Hammond, but I will say this, as I finished the game, I liked Hammond a lot more. I did like him a lot more. There's going to be spoilers in this, so don't be surprised. Now, when it came to Hammond's death, in the first one or the remake, which one do you prefer? I don't know. I kind of want to say the remake because it makes more sense how he died, whereas in the first one, he got ambushed by the Brute. In this one, it was like he couldn't let go of the fact that that was his friend Chen that got turned into the necromorph. He couldn't let that go. He tried to save him even at the end, and the marker was messing with his mind, making him still see Chen, even though it wasn't really Chen. It was a necromorph, and he got killed at the end, but he sacrificed himself. I liked how they did Hammond in this game. At first I was a little iffy because his voice acting wasn't as strong as the original Hammond, but as the story goes on, you start to really get behind him, and I did like how they did Hammond. Kendra, we all know Kendra's story. She's really undercover. She's betraying everybody because she works for, I forgot the organization she works for. I can't remember right now. But she works for them, and she betrays you at the end. I think that they did Kendra as good as they could have, because in the original she was good. This one she was still good. It wasn't better or worse or anything like that. Kendra was fine. Then we get to Nicole. Now Nicole, I have one question in particular. I'll get to that toward the end. Nicole, I thought Nicole was done well again, even though we know it's not really Nicole. but they did explain a lot more things involving Nicole. One question I had though was, when Isaac was seeing Nicole, when he first saw her, when she showed up and she was on that other side, and she was like, Isaac, is that you? And he was like fighting off the Necromorphs while she was typing something or accessing something, I can't remember. Who was that really there? Because there had to be somebody really there that was doing that. And I think that it is, what's her name? The girlfriend of Temple. Oh man, it's gonna bother me. The girlfriend of Jacob Temple. The girl that was revealed to be the girl who, I can't talk. The girl who Nicole was revealed to be toward the end. Elizabeth Cross. Was it Elizabeth Cross then, or was he just, because somebody had to be doing that for him to be shooting off the Necromorphs, you know what I'm saying? But then I love that at the end too. It wasn't just like a figment of his imagination, it was really somebody there. It was Elizabeth Cross, but the marker was making him see Nicole. I love that, bro. That was great. I love how they explained the Regenerator. The Regenerator was actually one of the people that Mercer convinced to turn into that. Then you find little audio logs as to how that person turned to the Regenerator. And then we get to the main man, Isaac Clarke. Isaac, I see a lot of people get on Isaac about his design. I don't mind his design. He looks like the actor. Like, it's not like Spider-Man Miles Morales, where the new face model looks nothing like Yuri Lowenthal. No, this actually looks like the actor. So I didn't mind that at all. I thought the acting was really great for Isaac. The guy that delivers the lines is the same one from back then. He still does a great job. I thought Isaac was fantastic. Fantastic. Now we get onto the big core thing of the gameplay. Boy, thank God for this remake that they changed around some of the weapons, because oh my lord, the pulse rifle in the first one, it had the fire where it would like shoot around. It was so corny. And Dead Space 2 was a grenade launcher. This one they brought back the grenade launcher, which was incredible. The line gun secondary fire is crazy strong, where it creates the little beams and stuff, and they walk through and they're instantly dead. That is impressive. Because I remember, I think the line gun in the original, correct me if I'm wrong, it shot something on the floor, it rose up, and then it created like this little orb, and then it blew up. It was so whack. Like some of the secondary fire things were whack in the original. The flamethrower, I don't remember the original's version of it, because I never really used a flamethrower like that in the original. I didn't like it. But this one around, you guys saw on my live streams, that was really a clutch weapon for me. That really helped me out a lot. The beam, the contact beam, that is so strong now. It's perfect. They changed the secondary fire. In the first one, the primary fire is the secondary fire. In this one, where you charge it and then it's a big explosion. I don't remember what the secondary fire was in the original though. It's slipping my mind. But they changed around a lot of the weapons, so the gameplay is a lot better. The enemies are way tougher this time around. Like, I'm playing it on hard right now. The enemies are so tough, and they barely give you any ammo. The gameplay is phenomenal. The story is still as good as it was before. I wonder if they're gonna redo the movies like Downfall and Aftermath, or they're gonna do something else to like pick up where this one is taking place, because there's a lot of stuff they added in here. The only thing I wish the remake did, I just wish they did this. If they would have added the mobile game. I don't know how many people played the mobile game. The mobile game was so fun and amazing. It was great. It was like a prequel to Dead Space. And I forgot the girl's name you play as. She's an engineer as well. You play as her, but she gets betrayed by a unitologist. And they added that. The $70 price point, I would have had no problem with. But they didn't add that, and I wish they added either that or maybe throw in like one of the little Wii games, but like redo them like with the remake, make a remake of that and just tag it on there, you know what I'm saying? Just something a little bit extra, just that's $70, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, but they didn't do it, so it's okay. And then again, they explored Isaac's backstory, where his family was involved with the unitologist, his mother was, and she went crazy and she ended up killing herself and the father, I believe, and he blamed Nicole. And they just added such a dynamic to their relationship. So now that Nicole's away on the Ishimura, he feels guilt for what he said, for what he did, because that was one of the last things he said to her during her travels to the Ishimura. Like, Oh man, I could talk about Dead Space all day. I'm telling you guys, Dead Space, I could literally sit down and talk about it all day with you all. It's just my favorite horror. I don't think there's anything I'm more passionate about than Dead Space. I think I'm even more passionate about Dead Space than Dragon Ball. No joke. No, I just enjoy it. Because you know what it is with Dead Space? They messed up one time. They made one bad game. It's not like Dragon Ball Super, where Super is like a whole mess itself. No, this is Dead Space 3. That's just one bad game. Everything else is good. Everything else is good. So, I really do love Dead Space. What else did they do that I enjoyed so much, man? I really liked Hammond this time around. He grew on me toward the end, but I really liked Hammond. I love how there's like all these little side quests you can do now, like the side missions in the game. That was not there before in the original. It was just the main story and that was it. Yeah, you can stream off and like find weapons or ammo and stuff like that, but there was never any side quests. There's side quests in this one now, and that's really cool. That's really cool because it adds a lot to the gameplay. I'm over here shaking my freaking comb and whatnot, but there's a lot of stuff that they added in there. What else did I enjoy? The guns this time around. I mean, the guns are. It's Dead Space. The guns are fantastic. The space sections. The one thing that I hated in the original, and I said this a million times, was the part where you're on the freaking gun turret outside and you have to like manually shoot. I hated that section. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I hated it. To me, that was the one part of the game I didn't enjoy. I guess because I died so many times doing it, it was just irritating, man. But I'm glad they got rid of that. Thank God they got. A lot of people must have disliked that because it's gone from the game completely, and they added something similar where you have to like manually target something, but you only have to do it like 3 times or 4 times. Is it 4? No, it still gets to 100, so it's 5 times, 20% each time, so it's 5 times to get to 100. They added that. I didn't mind that. It was quick, easy, 1, 2, 3, in and out. That part in the original, freaking annoying. It dragged on. If you died, you had to start all over from scratch. It was irritating. The boss fights in this game, they're more or less the same. Yeah, I'd say they're more or less the same. Maybe the Leviathan is a little bit different because it's a little bit more difficult, but other than that, they're pretty much the same. The importance of the crew, like I said, with Hammond, like you really felt that Chen was important to him, and he was making it known that he did not want his crew to be lost for no reason. It really, really hit home how much he cared about the crew. One thing I thought was weird, they added a new girl. I forgot her name, the one that like broke her ankle in the very beginning of the game. They added her and then they killed her like right away. I was like, well, why even change the character? Like, I guess they wanted to include more black people or something. I don't know. I mean, I never really thought they had a problem with the casting to begin with, but you included her and then you killed her like right away. I thought she was gonna be more important because they like went out of their way to change her design. She actually talks this time around. I remember in the first game, that guy that was there, he didn't say much. I don't even think he said anything at all. But she was talking one night and then she died like, I don't know, an hour into the game.
Where's that? Oh, they're on the ship? Oh, she died. Wow. Like, they've added a lot of new things in here. They added a new character just to kill her. Like, I mean, what was the point of adding her then? She died so early on in the game.
I was like, okay, well, what was the point of adding her then? But it just goes to show you how lone and dark that the story really is. And just that itself, the other thing about this game, the atmosphere. This game feels like it feels like you're really into a horror story. Like, everywhere you look, there's dark corners. Sometimes when you go down the right path, you have to turn off a switch. The whole room is dark. Things are coming left, right. You don't know where anything is coming from sometimes because there's so much darkness around you. There's sometimes when you're walking down the hall and the whole hallway's dark and you're just like aiming your gun. You got to use your light because you can't see. Then you think there's something in front of you because there is something in front, and then there's something creeping up behind you, and they're so silent too. What the Necromorphs do is they're quiet and very, very silent. And the detail that they put into the game. Now when you stomp on these creatures or you get blood on you, you see the blood drip down the suit. And it's just like, whoa! Like, and then the eyes are red because it's just covered in blood. Oh man, the detail they put in this game. I'm telling you, the detail they put in this game is amazing. Amazing. And then when you shoot the enemies, like if you shoot them in certain spots, you see like parts of that body starts to deteriorate. Like if you shoot the arm, first it's just how my arm looks, and then you shoot it and then you see the muscle underneath, then you shoot it, then you see the bone, and then you shoot it and then it comes off. It's just like, bro, they added such little details, just perfect little things, and it's just like, bro, this game is just incredible. I'm gonna say it right now, out of every remake I've ever played, Dead Space is #1. This remake is flat out fantastic. I can't really give you any complaints about it because they remade the first one. Again, some people see the first one as a masterpiece. You can't really knock that. Like, I can't say the first one's not a masterpiece. It really is. It's freaking fantastic. You're really getting encapsulated in this world. The only thing I was skeptical about was when Isaac talked in the first one. Because in the original, he never talked, and that really made you feel like you were the character. Now they're adding more to his character by having him talk, and I love it. I love it. It adds more to his backstory, because we know in the second one he's going to talk anyway, so I love it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought they did a great job. EA, you guys usually do things on the end that I don't like, but this, y'all got me here. I got to give y'all credit. Y'all really got me with this remake. Freaking fantastic. There's nothing I can complain about with this remake. I'm gonna be honest, I give the Dead Space Remake a 10 out of 10 stars. It is phenomenal. It is that damn good! I can't express that enough. If you haven't played the Dead Space Remake and you're skeptical, take my word. I would never tell you guys to get something that's bad. That's rule #1. If I play a game and it's bad, I will be contacting Sony so fast, I want my refund. I'm telling you guys right now, this is truly a great game. They took it, made it better. I have no complaints. The character back. I see some people complain that they think that the game is woke. I guess because they're saying Kendra's gay now, and they mentioned that Kendra's gay in like the very, I don't know, first 2 minutes of the game. It's there, but they don't really explore it. So I mean, if you have a problem with it, I don't see why you have a problem with it. But it's there. But, I mean, they don't really like do anything crazy with it. They just tell you. Honestly, man, this remake, I mean, I'm about to go play it right now after this review's over because I'm loving it. I'm playing it on hard, and then I'm going to start it over on impossible, and then I'll probably play it again. I mean, I love this game. This game is really fun. Fun fact about me, the only games I've platinum are Spider-Man games. I might platinum this. It's a very, very good game. I love this game. I'm smiling right now because the game is just so fun. So those are my thoughts on it, guys. It's definitely a 10 out of 10. Phenomenal game. Must play it if you haven't. So the next thing coming out is Resident Evil 4. You guys gotta let me know if you want me to live stream that too. But for now, guys, that is all I got.